Hi, welcome to Empower and Thrive channel. This channel where we focus on matters of immigration, matters of diasporans, those who are living in UK, and anything else in between, and even African immigrants, matters in Africa, for those living in Africa and here, and anything else that pertains and is related to that topic. Welcome. Now, if you are a young Indian, if you are Indian and aged between the age of 18 to 30, this video will be of interest to you. There is a young professionals scheme, which is a ballot scheme. In other words, you apply to enter a ballot and they randomly select people who have applied to actually come to the United Kingdom to live and work for up to 2 years. There are certain requirements which I'm about to go through, and there was a deadline which was February 8th, I believe 18th, between February 18th to 20th. So that's past now, but there's no need to worry because there's still an opportunity to apply again in July 2025. Now, July 2025 is really not that far, it's around the corner. And I think this is good that I put this information out that I thought people would be really interested in because it gives people time to prepare their applications, those who are successful in a ballot. So, without wasting much more time or speaking about two other things too much, let's look at the eligibility criteria. And the eligibility criteria is, of course, as I said, you need to be Indian, you need to be 18 to 30 years old, and you need to have an idea of a travel date as to when you plan to travel to the United Kingdom. You need to have a bachelor's degree or above. So, regulated qualifications, those are the framework levels between level 6, 7, and 8. And I believe those fall in the category of masters, PhD holders, and doctorates. In between those qualifications, there may be others that I may not mention, but I will put some links for people to go and look at it for themselves on the gov.uk site. You need to have 2,530 in savings to support yourself in the UK during the time towards your time of application. You should not have children under the age of 18 who live with you or that you are financially responsible for. So that means that they could be your relatives that you perhaps have a responsibility to financially. You could have adopted them or anything at all that makes you financially responsible for them. You shouldn't have any of those because it is unlikely that you'll be traveling with them and they then probably need to apply for a visa, so that doesn't make you qualified for that. First of all, this is what you need to do. You need to apply um to be in the selected Indian young professional scheme first, and then if you have applied before, you should not apply again. Now, in terms of finances, you need to be able to show some proof. As I said, 2,530, but that money should have been held in your account for at least 20 days in a row. Day 28 must be within 31 days of applying for that visa. So there's a time frame. Again, when I send the link, everybody can look through it really carefully. So the proof that you need to show, one, is your valid passport or document that shows your identity and nationality. Two, the amount of money you have. Three, the evidence of your qualifications. Four, you need to show a TB test, that's tuberculosis. If you're already living in India or any other listed country, which for now I'm speaking about India, then you need to go to your nearest TB center and get, or GP or wherever you go in India, to get that TB test done. Then you also need a police report which is the equivalent of a DBS in the United Kingdom, that actually show anything that pertains to criminal records, criminal record checks. That's the criminal record check that they need to do, which they also have here in the United Kingdom, but that will be done in your country in terms of a police report or clearance certificate. So you need to obtain a certificate once that's done. You will need a blank page in your passport for your visa. Okay. And your college or university, pertaining to the qualifications that you need to provide a written confirmation. One, that you've completed your studies. Two, that you graduated with the required qualification. Those are the ones that I stated earlier that you need to have before you even apply for the ballot scheme. Other documents that you may need are mainly circumstances to do with your ability to speak English, but that is not officially stated. Yeah, I believe that the majority of people who hold these qualifications would have that kind of qualification. So the next thing, when you are successful, remember that is a ballot. They will inform you when they do the ballot scheme. If you're successful, you will then get contacted. So you need an email address when you apply. You also need potentially a telephone number as well. You need to prove your ID, and how you do this depends on where you're from and what type of passport you have. You need to use you will use the UK Immigration ID Check app to scan your identity document. You then also create and sign into the UK Visas and Immigration, which is UK VI account. Have your fingers and photo done, which is the biometric information taken at the visa application center where you are. Everything will be linked, so you'll be able to see it. If you do not need an appointment, or if you do need an appointment, I beg your pardon, the center may need to keep your passport and documents while they process your application. You may have to travel to get to your nearest visa application center, and this could be in another country. I don't know for India where that would be, but I'm sure those of you who are Indian and in India will be able to find out your nearest locations. So, how long does it take to get a decision? Once you've applied online and proved your ID and documents, a decision will take approximately 3 weeks, and you'll be called to potentially attend an interview and give your personal circumstances. For example, if you have a criminal record, they'll need further information on that. You can still cancel your application if you are successful in the ballot scheme. You do not need to go ahead, and you'll get an email regarding the decision. If you have a child while you're in the UK, don't forget, they do not become British citizen automatically. Okay, so when you apply for the visa fee is about £239, and there will also be a fee for the National Health Service, which will need to be paid. And I believe those are the main details for it. I encourage everybody to actually go to the gov.uk/Indian Young Professional Scheme Visa. It is linked. And make sure that you read everything absolutely thoroughly. Make sure you're entitled, and then you can apply for this scheme, which when you apply and you're successful, you have 90 days from the date of the email to apply online. The healthcare surcharge is £1,552. that is it. I wish you all the best for those of you who decide to apply. If you have any questions at all, feel free to put them in the comment section and I'll do my best to actually answer you. And at this point, I'd like to say thank you for watching and do subscribe. Um, do actually like and comment. I value my watchers, my subscribers, and I really would like to interact with you. All the best until next time. God bless you.